Hey y'all, Myra here. This video was just literally released on Twitter. It's footage of what is to be a UFO being chased, and it drops into the water and takes off, which we've known and have seen UFO on radar have done. The military has chased unidentified objects doing the same thing. This one happens to be caught on camera. Now, is this real or is this phenomenal CGI? You guys tell me. The first clip is muted, but I posted the second clip with the original audio. Like, post, comment, repost, let me know. Tell me what you guys think this is. Is this real or is this a phenomenal hoax? I don't know how you can hoax a helicopter and two jets, but...
Nine alien sightings.
Go ahead.
Run.
New breaking footage emerging all over TikTok, emerging all over YouTube, all over Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter. This footage right here, literally an actual Ring doorbell camera footage from someone named Pedro. We're not going to give his last name today. He said that on the 8th of this month, right as all this UFO crash happened in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is what he captured on his Ring doorbell camera. This video will go viral, guys. This is an actual alien standing in front of his Ring doorbell camera. This was the short clip that he recorded. It was probably about 6 seconds to 10 seconds long. And as you watch the video, you could see what looks like an alien gray or extraterrestrial. The same alien that was mentioned in the Las Vegas, Nevada 911 call. The big almond eyes.
In the Amazon jungle, an eerie investigation is underway after reports of bizarre occurrences in a village. The locals claim they are being menaced by 7 feet tall armored aliens with large heads and yellow eyes in Peru. Locals describe creatures resembling the Green Goblin from the Spider-Man franchise. These astonishing claims have emerged from the Iquitu indigenous people, residing in the remote district of Alto Nane, northeast of Lima. According to their accounts, a 15-year-old girl was allegedly attacked by one of these mysterious monsters. Desperate to defend themselves, hunters have fired their guns at the creatures, but it appears these beings are immune to human weapons and can vanish at will. Various theories surround these enigmatic sightings, ranging from real extraterrestrial beings to creatures from local folklore. Some speculate that the creatures might be drones camouflaged with cloth and masks, used to frighten the villagers by illegal miners.
No.
Others
I've had a couple of people send me updates on this, and you know, I just recently found out about it, and I did a little research on it and found out that these beings supposedly, this has been going on since July the 11th, and this is happening every night. Supposedly this is happening every night. They're being attacked. They're calling them the face peelers. They have yellow eyes. They have these special shoes, they say, that they levitate. And you ask yourself, and they're comparing it to cattle mutilations, that what they're doing, and I've just done some research in Google, just like anybody else could do, and they're claiming that they've done this, and that they found a couple of people, and their whole skin peeled off, just a skull. I mean, they describe them, like he said, with a Green Goblin look or whatever, with this armor on. And you ask yourself, what type of being would this be? Well, see, this is the thing. And this is the reason I tell people, I believe the story, but they've called the military out. This is international news, by the way. This is going on. They'll cover it up. They'll sweep it under the rug, I'm sure. But it's going to get to the point, and I'm telling you now, it's going to get to the point you can't sweep it under the rug, because it's going to happen in a lot of places. It's not going to just be in the Amazon over in Peru and in these little small villages. I'm sure this is like, hey, let's test this out and see what's going on and see how this works, and then we'll go to a more populated area and we'll try it there. Well, you see, but they said the weapons have no effect at all on these beings. I do believe that these are interdimensional or extra-dimensional beings. I believe that. Some people would say that's demonic or demonic. I believe that whatever beings they may be, they've been here. They probably came from inner Earth somewhere, and they've been here. This is not like, oh, they just got here and they're attacking us. But when you hear people say, oh, they're not hostile, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, they are. There's plenty of them that are hostile. You can keep believing it, and lying to yourself that they're not, and just, it's one thing to be positive, but it's another thing to just flat out be in denial and not try to recognize what's going on. And I'm telling you right now, I've been saying it, something's about to happen. I totally believe that. It's coming up soon. I just posted a video on a response to one of Dan Bongino's podcast about something about to happen, and then I found this information, so I did as much research on it as I could. And if I had to guess at what these were, I definitely would say these are interdimensional. They probably have been here. I don't know about the suits, the yellow eyes. I don't know about that. But I've got a little footage here that I caught from somebody else's video that had, and supposedly this has been going on. You can actually research it on YouTube, and you'll find out that there's a lot of footage of them shooting at these things, and they're terrified. They're not just making this up. This is the real shit. They're not making this up. So what I'm going to tell you right here is, watch this. I'm going to leave you with this little video that I found.
Captured in Peru in August 2023. Shaky flashlight beams illuminate trees while frightened onlookers shout that they've possibly spotted an extraterrestrial. For a few brief seconds, the camera captures a dark figure behind a tree trunk, featuring two large black eyes and a sizable head. The anonymous videographer and his companions seem deeply unsettled by this sighting. Their panicked voices and trembling flashlight beams suggesting they believe they've encountered alien life.
Not sure if anyone's paying attention, but we are in the midst of an alien invasion 2023.
Aliens have always been a hot topic not just among the space buffs, but also every other person. It never runs out of the audience. Especially, after whistleblower David Grush's allegations of the US conducting a multi-decade secret UFO program. Amid all this controversy, something shocking was revealed in the recent and Mexico's first UFO hearing. Take a look.
Scientists in Mexico pulling back the curtain on what they believe are aliens and put 2 of those corpses on display. Take a look. These small mummified specimens.
If this news has shocked you and left you absolutely confused, then you are not alone. What are these alien-looking bodies? Are they even real? Welcome to Lab 360. It's time to explore. Hit the subscribe button to get the interesting space and controversial theories. On September 13th, Mexican journalist and UFO enthusiast, Jamie Mawson, unveiled 2 strange-looking bodies in front of the Mexican Congress. Mawson claimed these to be the non-human corpses which have oblongish heads, and 3 fingers on each hand. These were apparently recovered from Peru near the ancient Nazca lines in 2017, and were 1,000 years old according to the carbon dating analysis by Mexico's National Autonomous University. These are not mummies. These are complete bodies that have not been manipulated, said Mawson. If that was not enough, the forensic expert and military doctor, Jose de Jesus Zalz Benitez, presented a few scans of the bodies, claiming that the beings once had large brains and eyes, and were completely unrelated to humans. This is not the first time Mawson has claimed something like this. In 2017, he presented similar specimens which were also recovered from Peru, but they were reportedly the recently manufactured dolls, which have been covered with a mixture of paper and synthetic glue to simulate the presence of skin. Coming back to the recent controversial alien episode, it has received a rather hilarious backlash from a whole lot of science buffs. Neil deGrasse Tyson has also shared his views on the same.
So if those are actual mummified aliens found in Mexico or wherever they were, I overheard the press conference, they said they carbon-14 dated it. It has 30% overlap DNA with humans. If those are aliens, that would be amazing. But in science, you need verification from independent sources. So what they should do, as we know from mummies, there's still a soft tissue in the mummies. If he carbon-14 dated that, I don't know if he did it on the soft tissue or on the bones, but my point is, you share the data with other laboratories. And when you have agreement among what is measured, then you can talk about it as a discovery.
But the question still remains unanswered. Are these real alien fossils that were once exploring our planet and died going unnoticed? Or is it just another puppet show? What do you guys think? Drop in your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to Lab 360, because together, we will explore.
It's huge! What does your neighbor do? He's a doctor or something. I dare you to jump in the pool. Don't worry, there's no one here.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
What kind of doctor did you say he is?
It's okay. Come closer. I won't hurt you.
We can't be locked in here. Something is seriously wrong. It's coming for us. It sounded like it was communicating. Guys? Guys?
So this whole time we've been telling people about how they're gonna lie about the rapture with aliens, and it's just so who of them to come out with a movie called Alien Invasion that's gonna come out in 2023. How convenient is that? Don't say we did not tell you. It's called pre-production. programming at its finest. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Come on now. UFC fighter, she ain't no dang on goddess, UFC fighter Angela Hill wants to star in Barack Obama, Barry Soetoro's alien abduction Netflix movie. Must I need to say any more about all the things that we talk about? You know, we get called conspiracy theorists, all this different stuff. Barack Obama's alien abduction Netflix movie. Really? Okay. Don't say we didn't tell you. But here's the problem. It doesn't matter if we tell you or not, because after the rapture happens, those that chose not to believe the truth will be given over to a reprobate mind and given over to a strong delusion by default because they chose not to believe. So it doesn't matter if I tell you about this stuff or not. It doesn't matter if we tell you about this stuff or not. If you chose not to believe the truth, you will be left behind and you will by default be given over to a reprobate mind.
Are there any ET machines deep in our Earth, or I'm not our Earth, I'm sorry, on the moon?
Yes.
And are there, if you were to go into the Earth's center, would there be some sort of a doorway to get in there, in a sense?
Again, are you talking about the Earth or the moon?
The moon.
You will not get to its center. You don't have to. There are portals and machinery in subsurface hollows that have been created to house those machines. Some portions of them do extend to the surface, but they're disguised. But you're not going to the center of that body. You don't need to.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on with the moon right now and perhaps some information about the dark side?
There is no permanent dark side. It is simply called the dark side because it perpetually faces away from the Earth because of tidal lock, gravitational tidal locking. So remember that the other side of the moon that faces away from you gets as much light as the near side does. That's why you have phases of the moon. But dark is simply meant hidden, not literally physically dark. There are things and bases on the far side of the moon, because again, they are on the far side so that you cannot necessarily see them with your telescopes from Earth.
What happens?
I mean extraterrestrial bases.
Yes. So what happens when they orbit the moon?
Some astronauts have seen remnants of these things. This information has simply been hidden.
I see. Okay.
These cigar-shaped ships were over a mile in length. One of them landed on the airport landing strip area. When it touched the ground, it created an earthquake like about a 3.5 to 4.0. It terrified everybody in the area. The back of this craft opened up, and several hundred young men with huge, heavy weapons came out of two sides of the ship and formed a protection line around the ship. And the people at that Air Force base, the commander, had a meeting with the individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5".
Okay, guys, I ran across this and I was like, this is absolutely amazing. Now, if this is fake, which I automatically assumed it was fake when I saw it because it's just too good to be true. If this is fake, there's some really, really good stuff. And it's not a movie. Camera's too wobbly. It's not a movie. This is definitely somebody walking through. It looks like a tobacco field, maybe, or. But check out this detail and look at these lights. This is. And really, in comparison to a lot of them they talk about, this one is small. But check this out. This is some killer CGI. Oh, this is awesome. And this is what I'm talking about. This thing got so good that we can't tell what's real or what's fake. Wow. If this is real, it's awesome. Look at that. Leave your laughing emojis in the comments. What do you think? Fake? Real? What?
Our 8 News Now investigators confirm Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard.
Since pointed out that the circular image has been viewable via Google Earth for more than a year. The family told us by phone they had seen suspicious vehicles with men in black types checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders, human or otherwise, or overzealous media? Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel, intimated to us the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter. The family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally.
The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. It may sound straight out of a movie, but the Pentagon and a Harvard scientist have collaborated on a new draft report questioning if we're alone in the universe and whether we've already seen evidence of life beyond Earth.
You see this? Look at them all. Look at them all. Look at them all. I've never seen this in my life. And you guys know I'm out here all the time, day and night, and I've never seen anything like this. Never. Look at it. See it moving? There's more. Look at this. They're not stars, I promise you. See them blink and they're moving.
One of these plans for Project Bluebeam is to stage an elaborate worldwide faked alien invasion with UFOs that will be seen in the sky. These will either be made on this planet with secret technology driven by craft operated by black budgets and military, or advanced holographic imagery.
It's about belief systems, George, and that is why the government will never come up with any disclosure.